Hey guys, welcome back to the Pre-PA Guide. Today we're going to talk about working as a PTA for my patient care experience for applying to PA school. A PTA is a physical therapist assistant. It might get confused a lot with a PT aide, which is something I'll also talk about in the video. So I'll see you guys there. So we're going to start with talking about how I got involved into becoming a PTA. In high school I was always into fitness and health and medicine after some personal experiences with my own health that put me towards the route of medicine. But I really didn't know what I wanted to do with that passion for medicine and helping people. And I originally wanted to do something like a personal trainer, a physical therapist. But I didn't want to commit to something because I really wasn't sure. I attended courses at a community college, and eventually I applied to PTA school, which is Physical Therapist Assistant School. It is a 2-year degree. It's an associate's, and I finished it in about a semester, a year and a half, just because of the community college courses I had under my belt. So going through PTA school, the first few semesters are classes, and then after that you have one clinical experience. Mine was in a small outpatient clinic, which I found that I didn't really enjoy outpatient. I also wasn't able to do the majority of things that a PTA could also do, like modality wise. So ultrasound I couldn't do, electrical stim. Go back to classes, you have another set of clinical experiences over the summer after you basically graduate with your classes. Again, my second clinical rotation was about a month long. It was another outpatient clinic. I did enjoy it more than the first one because I was able to do ultrasound, e-stimulation, but I still didn't have like the sense of accomplishment and pushing myself that I would have hoped medicine would have given me. One thing I did know is I absolutely loved working with patients and getting to know new people and learning about what's going on with them. And then my last clinical experience was in a acute care hospital. It's a local one, and from the first day, I was very challenged, but I absolutely loved it. Seeing people at their worst moments was something that I really enjoyed because I was able to offer them something. And from my experiences, in and out of hospitals when I was younger with my own health issues, the one thing that I struggled with the most was finding like a sense of purpose and just feeling like I, belonged. And I think, I missed a lot of school because of being sick and, going to doctor's appointments and trying for them to figure out what was going on with me. And there was a few providers that really stuck out to me and made you feel like you belonged and you had like a purpose. And I think we need more people in healthcare specifically that are willing to help other people find that, because they might not have it from their parents or their teachers or anything like that. So just the idea of being able to walk with somebody through some of the most difficult things in their lives is huge to me, and that's why I want to work in a hospital, more specifically emergency medicine. But while I'm going into PA school, I'm keeping my options open. So in the hospital, what we do a lot is just getting the patients up and walking. If the patient can't walk, with the walker, we'll do some exercises in bed, maybe just sit them up, take them to the bathroom, do some leg exercises in bed. And then in the worst case scenarios where a patient can't do anything, we're doing passive range of motion in bed. And that's another thing that really put me toward the PA profession was going into somebody's room and seeing what's going on with them, looking through their chart and seeing all this stuff is going on with them. And I just wanted to be able to do more with them than moving their leg around, which is hugely important. It's absolutely essential. But I just felt like I wanted to practice the medical model more so than just focusing on the physical rehabilitation part. I also spent a few days in the ICU, which, farther pushed the things I was just talking about, because the majority of people couldn't do any physical therapy. I was just doing all passive range of motion. There's so much going on with them, and I felt like I was able to do just to contribute a little part in that journey. And I would like to be able to contribute to that more, especially in emergency scenarios. I think just the medical model fits better for what I hope to accomplish as a medical provider. But becoming a PTA and then working in a rehab hospital was definitely huge for me. In the rehab hospital, the patients are a little higher level, meaning that the majority of them are able to at least walk. You're a lot more hands-on, you have a lot more time with them. Patients get about 3 hours of therapy a day, 5 days a week in a rehab hospital, which is awesome. And currently their acute care hospitals are kind of phasing rehabs out just because of how expensive they are for the insurance, and patients are now either going home or to nursing homes. So it's been a big struggle for where I work at currently in rehab hospitals in general. But I wouldn't trade my PTA experience for anything. I would have liked to also become an EMT, but I still would have liked to work as a PTA. Now the difference between a PTA and a PT aide is a PT assistant goes to two year school. They need an associate's degree to practice, and what they're doing is basically the same thing as the physical therapist. They just can't evaluate or do wound care, which PTs don't typically do wound care to begin with anyway. The evaluation is when you first see the patient on the first day, and get like their diagnosis, their history, make the plan of care and all that. As a PTA in a rehab hospital, I'm able to decide what exercises my patient does on that specific day, as long as the orders are in for the realm of exercise that I'm doing. And then a PT aide, we have a PT aide at the hospital that I'm at right now. Basically what they do is they could also take over and assist with exercises for like a brief period of time. The aide that works at our place typically doesn't do that because the assistant or the therapist is always there with them. What they mostly do is just clean up around the place and wipe down the beds after we use them, follow us with wheelchairs, stuff like that. So I just wanted to outline little differences there because I feel like a lot of people get confused and think I'm an aide. So I just wanted to outline the differences there, and I do think it's a very valuable experience whether you're doing an assistant or an aide. It's just deciding whether you want to go for a 2-year degree and if that fits into your timeline to become an assistant, or you could just go for an aide and typically only require a high school degree to get into that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you some kind of guidance and value. I also have a video a while back on the top patient care experiences that I recommend. It was CNA, medical assistant, EMT, PT aide, an RN. So it all depends on what your timeline is, what you're willing to do, and all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked this video, go ahead and like. If you want to see more pre-PA content, how I'm getting into PA school and I have an interview soon, you can go ahead and subscribe to follow me on my journey, and I'll see you guys on the next one.